Yo, wow. Oh my God, I look so tanned with this right. What is happening? What is happening? Let me make sure I've got all my goodies on. Tap, tap, tap sound. We are good to go. Right, okay, let me get the chat box up. Give me a wee hello if you're here. I've not got a guest on tonight. Thank fuck, man. It's hard work, by the way. I know make it look natural, but it's tough going. Keeping conversation going. I like when it's just me and you. Obviously, yous as well. So, what's happening? Let me make sure my wee chat box is working tonight. Weird things have been happening with this eCam stuff, man. I had to use Zoom the other day. I was fucking bailing. There's Tracy, the new sound lady of the membership. Tracy, telling us the sound last time. Hi. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Mary. What is happening, you girls? It's nice to see you. I feel like I've not seen you for ages because we've had a guest on. I can't really stop talking to the guest and chat to yous. How yous doing? How yous getting on? Update me right now before we move on. What is happening? Hey, Karen. Using your wee girls or somebody's YouTube name. That's very confusing when that happens. Sometimes some of the members who come on have get like a guy, they're using their husband's, so a Jim's name will come on and I'm like, is there a fucking guy in this? Is there a Jim in here? Because we don't allow that. But it's okay because she's just using the name. Yo. So I feel like I've not seen you because I've had guests on who is amazing to have our experts in the membership now. It's really good, isn't it? It's just fucking getting there, yous. It's getting there. Tracy eating like fuck. Kirsty, good legs or so. Eating like fuck. At least you're honest. Sometimes I get people that are trying to tell me lies and they'll show me their food diary and stuff and I look at it and I'm like, whose fucking food diary you stole? Oh, good. Aye, my daughter's account. Yeah. What we're going to do, use for the charity events we've got coming up. I noticed it was tumbleweed when I asked the question in the group, but I need you to help me come up with ideas. I'm like, are we going to go a midnight walk in our bras? We can't because it's been done. So I need help because we've got a charity event, Children's First, which is children around Scotland, Glasgow, who have came from abuse, and it's a really good charity. Then we're going to be, hi Nicola, then we're going to be helping out one of our girls in the membership, Laura, who does a lot of work with breast cancer, trying to make hospitals aware of secondary breast cancer. It's such an important mission for her to be on because obviously she's on that journey and loads of things happened. If you want to learn more about it, she was on my podcast. So she's actually in our membership. So we are obliged to use and I really want to help her. So we've got 2 charity things and we're going to need to come up with, I want something fucking cool. I don't want to walk the fucking West Highland Way before anybody says. I don't want to walk the West Highland Way. I don't want covered in fucking blisters and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't want that. Right, let me see. How is everyone else? Sorry. Are you enjoying having as well Linda, the mindset coach, who's lovely? She is really nice. I feel we'll just need to warm her up a wee bit to maybe my humour because you know what it's like. It can go down like a lead balloon. She's a wee bit unsure. Sometimes she says something a wee bit cheeky and then she's like, oops. I've got obviously Shiona, who is our menopause lady, just waving to Stacey, who's our menopause lady because she's a menopause expert. So see the people that are talking pure word salads online. I listened to this bird today. I don't want to name her because it's her livelihood at the end of the day. She does a post and she's like, I don't know why we're all obsessed with. I was like, oh God, I can't even say it in case anybody knows they're in here. But anyway, just pure nonsense. Like, see the mis-selling and the misinformation online, it is at an all-time fucking high. So we just need to remember the basics work and see if there was something that genuinely worked. You better believe I would sell it like fuck to yous. I would sell it like fuck. So that's how you know. Because I'm like, I'll make a fucking fiver off yous. Don't you worry about it. But I can't because I just can't do things that don't work. So what does work? Things like understanding habits. Now, this is a huge topic when I've got clients one-to-one or when I'm doing group chats. A lot of the times I'm talking about habits because people are just kind of like, what is a habit? I know I've got a bad habit of fucking like, going to the fridge every 2 minutes or when the adverts are on. I know I've got a bad habit if you're a smoker or whatever, but what is a habit? You know what I mean? So a habit is a routine or behaviour that is performed regularly and in many cases automatically. So that's your first kind of oh fuck moment, right? Habits are formed through repetition and often occur without the need of conscious thought. Second oh fuck moment, because then when it comes to eating habits, oh no, so we can do it automatically and it doesn't really need to be like in the conscious mind. So that really is an issue. So that's why a lot of the time when I'm getting you girls to have a wee look at the calories, to have a wee look at MyFitnessPal, I'm not wanting you to be like super fucking, I'm not going to get you on a quiz show and then it'll be one of the questions, how many calories is in it? And then you'll know the answer. That's not my reason. My reason is because what it does is it makes you self-aware. It makes you aware of it. So if I'm saying to you habits are something that can be subconscious, they can happen automatically, but all of a sudden I've gave you something that makes you aware of it, right? So then it stops it from being just an automatic thing you're doing. It stops us in our tracks. It's like going a walk and then you see a deer and it stops you in your tracks. Deers are actually symbolic of being present. So basically what I am to you is a deer, okay? So when people are like, I don't want to track, I'm not wanting you to be a fucking super tracker, but I need you to have something that sort of stops you in your tracks. So the formation of habits, a cue, so a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and which habit to use. So a cue, a trigger. So it might be something like you're sitting watching Coronation Street and the adverts come on, cue, that's your trigger. Or it's the Friday night and you want to relax, cue, what's the trigger? Right? So the routine, the behaviour itself, which can be physical, mental or emotional. So again, we've spoke loads about this in here, there's even an audio lesson on emotional eating, and it is not being aware that we're emotional eating for a start and not being able to differentiate the physical hunger. But especially if we're doing things automatically. By the way, how tanned am I? I don't know what's going on here with some sort of mad filter. And then a reward. Here it is. Here it is, because what do we love? We love getting told you're doing fucking well, especially if one of your love languages is words of affirmation. You're in for a rough ride because you love, brilliant, that we, yeah. So reward, a positive reinforcement that tells your brain that routine works well and is something worth remembering. That can also happen for a bad habit. So for example, like people who smoke, they're like, oh, I've got a break at 12:30 and I'm going to have a cigarette. So they're feeling stressed, that's the trigger. And then they start to think and really crave that cigarette, but it's just because they're constantly thinking about it, And then once they do that, the second one's the routine. Every time at 12:30 at work, they go for a cigarette. That's the routine. And then when they smoke the cigarette, there is nothing about a cigarette that actually soothes you. It's not a joint they're smoking, do you know what I mean? They're smoking tobacco. If anything, tobacco is actually a stimulant. Back in the day with my bodybuilder pals, they used to chew, see the chewing gum that was the nicotine, and they would chew that whilst they were training to get a dunt off it. So there's nothing about a cigarette that de-stresses you, yet the reward in our brain, I'm de-stressed. The only thing that's not stressing you is because you've stopped thinking about it. You have the fag and you think, I can stop thinking about having a fucking cigarette right now. I've actually got peace with myself. So we're looking for the cues and then the routine that happens after that and then the reward. So breaking, this is when it gets tough, and this is where things fall short when people are just selling you things like a diet. They're just selling you a supplement. They're just selling you a detox, right? Is because all these things, that build the bricks and the foundations for us to have this as a lifestyle. Because what we're doing is we need to create a lifestyle. That is not a fucking easy thing to do, right? You can do a 28-day fucking plan because there's an end date. So if I'm doing a 28-day plan, which I've done loads of them, by the way, I've done like low carb 28 days, low carb 28 days, all this shit, and I could get through it because I'm like, I've only got another this many days to go. But when someone says, no, we need this to be a forever thing, so it needs to be enjoyable, it has to be balanced, that's when it's tough. So we need to actually put some groundwork in and educate ourselves on this shit, I'm afraid. So breaking and forming habits, important. Take a note, take a mental note, take a note on your phone. Breaking a bad habit often involves identifying, right? So you need to identify the bad habit. Am I going to the petrol station and every time I go to the petrol station, I'm associating it with a little chocolate bar? there's the trigger, there's the behaviour, and then there's the reward. The chocolate bar. But if it's something that's not serving where I want to go with my goals, say it's fat loss, say it's health, because you need to get petrol a couple of times a week if you're driving Waynes about every day. So that's something that's you would need to address. So finding and identifying it, right, is that's you basically breaking what's called the habit loop. Isn't that mad? So you've actually got a mad habit loop? Yes, you do. And it'll just go over and over in your brain. Fucking torturous, man, innit? Who knew? Who fucking knew all this shit? I knew. So, in here it says changing the cue, avoid or alter the triggers that initiate the undesirable habit. This is when it can become tough for birds as well, because say the trigger is you're doing everything for everybody else, right? And you're fucking scunner. I am fucking scunner. So then what can I do? Just alter my triggers. So what would that mean for me to get rid of everyone in the house and live alone in a lovely little flat where I can suit myself? Yes. Is it something that I can really do? No, right? So yes, it is, but I'm not going to because there's other things I like about them. So this is when it does get tough. So what could that be more? What could that look like a bit more? It could look like just setting boundaries so that I'm not doing everything. So then I don't feel stress. And then my trigger isn't to go and do the routine behaviour of maybe going in emotional eating because I'm stressed, I'm fucking scunner, right? So in replacing the harmful behaviour with healthy behaviour. So what I was used to do when I was trying to switch those habits about, I like to kind of go and eat, especially when I'm feeling stressed. So I would just, instead of going in and breaking bits off like dime bars and fudgies and all that, I would just, right, I'm still going to do that. I'm going to allow myself to still do the eating thing, but I'm just going to swap it for some blueberries and strawberries. Over time, the habit and the reward started to get a bit weaker, and then I could alter my behaviour, but it wasn't an overnight thing. So find a new positive reward that reinforces the desired behaviour. So you need to find something that's not just like, oh, that instant reward for eating a chocolate bar. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's the fact that you didn't eat the chocolate bar and you're like that to yourself, fucking hell, this is brilliant. I feel like I've overcame something. But it definitely isn't an overnight thing. So the power of tiny, which is my favourite, changes, tiny manageable habits can lead to this is what I was saying the other week, man. See, when I had I think it was Linda on, right? Me and her were talking about making those small changes. It's better than just not doing anything. Like people go to me and they come for training and their consultation, and they literally want to change their full life. Like I'm sitting with my little notebook. I'm like, I've not brought enough pages in this notebook for you to fucking completely change everything in your life. So when I say to people, it's just something small that's probably going to be less noticeable to you because, again, lifestyle's like a flow. It's not this battle. And when I used to do stuff like this, it would be a battle. I'd be fucking battling myself. I'd be like, I'm doing so fucking well. I'm fucking battling myself. I'd feel like I should be chained to the fucking couch so that I didn't get up. It was just tough, man. Then I was doing crazy shit. When actually, that's just the worst thing you can do. See, when you start to feel like that with something, it becomes unsustainable. So this needs to be something that you need to do very small, right? So let me look at this. Water intake. What the fuck? You don't need to start fucking drinking a river, right? You don't even need to go and get anything filtered. Just start small. A water bottle at your workstation, taking a sip every time you check your phone, or you take a sip every time like an email comes through, right? So that's quite that's easy, that's simple. Drink more water. I've not asked you to get rid of your man. I've not asked you to change your shifts at work. I'm just saying drink more water. How can we do that? Get yourself a nice fucking water bottle and set it out, right? Easy. Prioritising things. This is something that I do every day. This is a habit I now have. I never used to have this habit. I'm a very distracted person, very much like I could be doing the dishes and then I'm walked away and I'm doing something else. But oh no, I've walked away now and I'm doing the buffing. Oh no, I'm walking away and I'm putting this on. Oh no. And it's honestly, I was like, how many steps have I done? 5,000 steps doing the dishes, because like prioritising was quite a difficult thing for me to do. So in the morning, on a Sunday, I'll write out what I need to do for the week, but every morning I'll write out the top kind of 3 things that I need to do that day. So what that's called is glass balls. Now, if you imagine I'm holding plastic balls and I'm holding glass balls, if I dropped the plastic balls, nothing happens, they just bounce away. If I dropped the glass balls, then that's going to smash and it's a fucking disaster. So writing down 3 things that you need to do that day that's your glass balls, right? Because again, when you're writing things down, you're subconsciously getting towards these behaviours, these habits. So write them down, 3 things that you need to do. So maybe that is, I need to go that 30-minute walk. That's something that I'm not, that's my glass ball. I need that to work there. The other thing could be maybe you're going to prep your food for the next day. That's a glass ball. I'm not fucking dropping that. I need to do that the next day, right? So it's all these wee things that stack up. It's just a small thing to do. Write it down in the morning, 3 easy wee things. Then this is a big one as well. This is what I do. So these are things that I do, by the way, that's why I've written them in. So my workspace, what I do is I spend 5-10 minutes before I start just clearing things up, binning bits of paper that I've wrote things out on, doing all this, like just cleaning it up, because that way I can think a lot clearer when my station is clean. So these are things that I do, and it's become daily habits because I'm making sure that I've written it down and I'm organised with it, because habits aren't just something that you can go, oh, I'm just going to do that. You have to like apply yourself, and it takes a bit of work. It is, honestly, it's shit. Everything is murder. You know what I mean? You're like, it's shite. Right. So habit stacking, this is one of my absolute favourite things to do, is habit stacking. I don't know if you have heard me talk about this before, right? So let me get it up. I do a lot of this with people because I think it's just dead effective. It's like, things that you already do, and then you stack your new habit on it. That's That's fucking brilliant. So after I pour morning coffee, I'll just meditate for 1 minute. I'm going to have my coffee, 100% going to have that coffee. So instead of just forgetting about it, I'm going to just meditate after the coffee. So I'm now associating the coffee with doing a minute of meditation. Or if it's a new supplement or something like that you want to take, sit it next to your coffee. You are going to have the coffee. That habit is happening. Stack your new one onto it, and you can stack as many on as you want. It's cool, and that's easy. This habit is easy to do, like getting up in the morning. If you want to go that walk, put your gym stuff somewhere you see it. You're going to get up and get out of your bed, right? Fucking there it is. It's just stacked. It kind of takes away when we get busy and stuff. It's been known, it's in different times of the month, hormones, perimenopause, brain fog. There's what's called like kind of thinking fatigue, where it's when someone asks you what you want for your dinner and you don't fucking know. You're just like, I don't know what I want for fucking dinner. So like us having to make more decisions and do more stuff with the thinking can sometimes be difficult just because we're so busy minded. So doing things like habit stacking is an easy wee thing to do, to take that away. Just take it away. Take the thinking away. Take the trying to remember everything away and just stack it. Boom. When I turn my morning alarm off, I say a positive affirmation. Do you know what I do? See my phone alarm, you can change your alarm to a title or say something. I just go 3 things you're grateful for. So saying I put my alarm off in the morning, I just go like that and I say 3 things I'm grateful for. I'll just think of the 3 things I'm grateful for, and then boom, right, brings me into the present moment. I'm not straight away on my phone looking at fucking emails and problems. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, that's a habit stack. I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to turn my alarm off. So when I do that, I'm going to do the positive affirmations. Fucking hell. I turn off my alarm in the morning. I say positive affirmations. Sorry, I did that one there. So that's my habit stacking. And I think that is an easy way of just building new habits. And I think that, when I read the book Atomic Habits, there was lots of practical things that you can do from that book. And if you want to do a wee bit more of that, but what I say is just small things. So the new people in the membership, what it's like, you're joining a new membership, you're like that, I need to do everything, I must do everything at the one time. And I'm like that, no, just pick some things. So say instead of going onto your phone at night time, why don't you watch one of the masterclasses? You're on your phone, you might as well watch a masterclass. Or when you're out your walk, listen to the audio lesson. So you go out your walk, you're going to do that anyway. Why not, whilst you're walking, do the audio lesson? Or if you are doing your cleaning in the house, you're going to do that anyway. But why not listen to one of the masterclasses, one of the audio lessons whilst you're doing that? then I love to kill two birds with one stone. So I hope that was helpful in helping you kind of learn how to do habits. You know, there's loads of other things that we'll go over and I'll put into an audio lesson, but we really need to just start small. So any questions about that, let me know. Any questions that we've got about anything else in the membership, put it right here right now, because I'm not going on to that WhatsApp group tonight. My habit stacking doesn't include that. Shiona's chat really hit home. What part hit home? Now, I love Shiona. The only thing I'm going to say is the Dutch test has been very much debunked, so just don't get that. But yeah, 1-to-1's good. I would definitely go and see her. She's such a nice bird. I really like her. I found her on another group that I was on, and I was doing a chat about Instagram, and then I was asking what everybody does for a job, and she was just like, just trying to build up myself as this menopause, and I was like, because see, at the end of the day, see as well, see Linda, who's our mindset coach, I think she's really brilliant. But a lot of people, and it usually is professional people, see how our financial woman, she's fucking brilliant, right? She doesn't really do Instagram. You normally find that, like, say, people who are properly doing their job kind of don't have time to do their Instagram. So it's a shame. It's where they kind of fall short. So it's where all the good people don't really get seen. So when I found like Shiona and I found Linda and then Carly, our financial people, I thought, well, I can bring some to use. When I was first starting out, I was kind of wanting help off people on Instagram and stuff, and they patched me, and I thought, I'll never fucking do that. So I'm trying to help them build up their Instagram and their following and get clients, because there's enough for everyone. And they come in and they give us some stuff in the membership that's fucking life changing, you know? But tomorrow I've got Kirsty from Sober Buzz, and I know a lot of you were talking about her. She's coming on to do the podcast with me, but I'm going to get her in to do a bit of a masterclass in the membership. And I was wondering if you had any thoughts on that, if there was any questions you want me to ask her. She needs a bit of direction of what she would put on for the masterclass for you. But I remember you were talking about people kind of wanting to give up alcohol and struggling with it. Not saying that it has to be that you've got a problem with alcohol, but sometimes we use it as a coping mechanism. So she's coming on to do a masterclass, which I think will be fucking brilliant. So what have we got here? Kind of just small things she said about people overloading HRT instead of looking at other broader areas to improve first. Yes, I've got a podcast coming up with these two women who were really hard work, by the way. One of them was tough, but they are really good. They're really, really good. They're menopause, perimenopause, female coaches. They said the same thing. Anyone I think that's worth their salt doesn't tell you to go and overload on hormones. They don't say, yes, they kind of know that HRT isn't going to fix a lot of the problems. I mean, it's good for hot flushes and stuff. It'll help you sleep. But when we look at menopause and perimenopause, we need to look at all the things that it might be causing. So, for example, a girl online saying like it causes weight gain and all this, but what causes weight gain when you get into menopause? Like, what causes it? Because when people just hit us with shit, it takes the power away from us. Whereas if I'm telling you, listen, the lifestyle things that you do still apply and it will help you, but things will get slightly harder when you're in perimenopause. They'll get slightly harder because your hormones are changing. You know what it's like coming up to your period? Sometimes you feel like shite. So imagine that in a roller coaster. Am I going to go in and smash the gym? There's going to be maybe days where I don't do that. Maybe the days are more. Maybe I'm not sleeping, so I'm waking up the next day and my appetite isn't good. I'm fucking can't fill myself up. I'm eating hundreds of shite, you know, and you get more days like that. And that is why things can create us to have put weight on. And it's not just because all of a sudden, boom, you know what I mean? I have women in menopause, perimenopause that are in fucking amazing shape. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean as soon as I've hit this, everything's stripped from me and I've just put on uncontrollable weight. There is a slow process to it. You're tired. Remember you used to go out to the parties, to the dancing? No, now you're sitting in, fucking lying on the couch with your man or whoever and eating takeaways. You know what I mean? If Stacey goes like that to me, do you want to go to the nightclub? I'd be like, I'm fucking shattered. Get yourself to fuck. So lifestyle changes, our energy changes, our sleep changes, the way we handle stress changes. We've not got as much tolerance to stress. So all these wee things hit us in perimenopause and menopause, but the lifestyle things still apply, you know? Like, if you're in a calorie deficit, you'll lose weight. You won't put on weight if you're in a calorie deficit. It's impossible to do that. There's not any secret. It's not inflammation. It's not your fucking metabolism. You know what I mean? So it's all these wee things that mount up. And I think it's good when you have somebody like Shiona who's saying, you know, girls, it's you're not going to take HRT and suddenly all your fucking problems disappear. Are you doing all the lifestyle things basically that we talk about in the group? Are you setting boundaries? Are you learning about habits? Are you watching what you're eating? Are you being aware of what you're eating? Are you eating hundreds of shite? Are you fucking eating too much? Like, this is all things. Are you drinking too much alcohol? All these lifestyle things apply in perimenopause. It's not like, oh, these suddenly won't work anymore. It just gets fucking harder, and it does. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, man, when you don't sleep, you feel like shite, your mood is low. Oh yeah, go and hit the gym and make sure you're making the right food choices. No, I'm fucking shattered. So it's not that, I just don't like when people promote stuff online that takes the power away from us. It's us not understanding ourselves, how we manage this, how we accept this, you know. The aging process slows us down. It's not just because you're menopausal, you're perimenopausal. Aging process kicks in. So I don't want you to feel like you can't do things now because I'm perimenopausal. That's it for me. No gym. That's it for me. That's it. It's not. Fucking hell, it's not. I see people say it is. They're trying to sell you something, whether it be the next fucking Insta story is buy my detox, or the next story is fucking hold on till I get Davinia up. Oh my god, did them they see her story, man? I've been sent it 3 times, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really want to go there. You know what I mean? I put her on one of my last feeds because she's just batshit crazy, and she's in the health industry, and it's just full of people like her who have got disordered eating. So she's like, I've been doing carnivore for a month now, and look at me, this muffin top. I'm like, whoa, you shouldn't be helping people be healthy because you yourself need to go away and do a lot of work on that. Do you know what I mean? But here she's put, I was sent this and I was angry and I was laughing. I was like, oh. Electricity through your body. So you do a workout while going like that and it improves. So it's a suit she's wearing. And you wear it when you're doing a workout. I need to stop doing an accent, but I can't. While going zzz. So you're getting electrocuted. Like a billion zillion %. So this, my friends, could be a really good way. This is the like that, and it improves muscle density and fat burning like a billion zillion %. A billion zillion %. That is the scientific evidence that fat suit burns a billion gazillion percent. So it's like when you ask somebody a bazillion gazillion. Remember that bit in Chewing the Fat? Just guess a bazillion gazillion. Like, what are you fucking talking about? So now she's wearing this fucking suit that basically is she going to look back one day and go, what did the fitness industry do to me, man? Like, look at me. I'm wearing a suit that electrocutes you whilst you're exercising. Davinia, get off the fucking internet. Go away, I don't know, to fucking Thailand or something. Spend some time with yourself. Like, you need to relax. She actually looks good, which is the sad thing. I actually think she looks good. The bird, fuck off, Tracy. It doesn't zap you enough not to get to the fridge. You'll still all make it, getting electrocuted like that. I'm gonna get to the fridge. That's gonna answer the story. But she's crazy, man. But I was that person. I was doing crazy shit. So this, my friends, could be a really good way to cut time down in the gym and just literally really efficient way to get fit. Can I tell you one of the problems with that? See, the gym, you're better to think of the gym as being healthy. Go put muscle on, fucking get your heart and your lungs, because it's quite important that your heart and lungs are healthy. The gym for fat burning is shite. It's pure shite. You hardly burn anything. See if you're going and try to burn a pizza off you, it doesn't work. So why, Davinia, am I now wearing a fucking electrocution suit to the fucking gym? Do you know what I mean? Why? So, folk like that, and then she's got that every supplement that you could possibly need for fucking anything. Do you know what I mean? Cellular, and like that. No, get off my fucking phone, but I can't stop following her. Do you know what I mean? That's the other one she's doing.
Wonderful people, just the decor perfection, the equipment perfection. I just can't get my head around why there's no MCT, because I'm doing a ketogenic detox. I'm not doing.
See, that's MCT she talks about. What are you talking about? It's just fat.
They've given me some bread, so my head's. I've got to wait to see the nutritionist, of course. So she'll be in on Monday. But I'm like, why are they bringing me?
They're bringing her fucking bread. Where is this? They're bringing her fucking bread. Are you kidding me on? I'm going to write to them and say, don't you dare give Davinia bread. Davinia doesn't eat bread. She's full carnivore. And she's MCT. See, MCT, it's just literally, you could go and take a bit of coconut oil. And it's dead interesting. I mean, I've went to write 100 things to her and deleted it. But she's like that. I'm wearing this and I'm not fat burning because I've not had fat. And I'm like, see, when you burn fat, it's because you've ate fat. If you burn carbs, you've ate carbs. Oh, but anyway, that no wonder we are so fucking confused when we're looking at shit like that, and people are saying pure mad bamboozle shit like, do I need to go on an anti-inflammatory ketosis electric shock diet? Do I need to do that? Do I need to like electric shock my fat cells because the fat cells need to be electrocuted to like, no, we need to be healthy. We need to make the right food choices, and we need to make sure we're not eating like greedy bastards. We need to move. We need to get strong. We need to work our heart and our lungs so that, you know, as we age, we don't get heart disease. And that's it. I'm not wearing a fucking blue suit that's going to fucking electrocute me while I'm doing kettlebell swings. I don't know what to do anymore, yous. Right, let me see. It's like Slendertone sitting eating your chips. Yeah, remember that? I actually think I have tried that, where you put the electrocution zapper on and you're just walking about your house like that, baking bits off biscuit. Ooh, still eating it. Crumbs. That's fucking... At least we're here. Thanks so much for joining me, yous. Any questions you've got, just put it in. You can watch this back if you want. Remember, we're working on habits. So see tonight, think to yourself, what can I do? I'm going to do a little bit of a habit stack. What am I trying to do? Am I trying to drink more water? Let me put it where my workstation is. So let's think about this week habits. Post up your pictures in the group of you doing your little habit things, and let's just keep each other accountable. Also have a think for me what we're going to do for the charities. I'm relying on yous. Oh, yes.